Welcome back. It's your boy Fresh.
And I'm Mary, and we are a Co-ople of nerds. And today, in our opening week review of a game, we are going to be reviewing Dark Pictures Little Hope. It is the second in the Dark Pictures Anthology series, the first one being Man of Medan, which was released last year. This is by Supermassive Games and Bandai Namco Entertainment. But before we begin, don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
So this game is a choose-your-own-adventure style, sort of detective. Every decision you make impacts the story. So we're about to show you gameplay footage. Now, none of this goes longer than the prologue, but it does show
some spoilers.
Yeah, some spoilers of the prologue. So if you haven't, again, it's just the very, very beginning. So I don't think it's too bad to show this footage.
It's an introduction to the story.
If you want to be totally surprised, you might want to skip ahead, and I'll enter the time code as to when we actually just talk about the game and stop reviewing. But and your version of the anthology might be different because you're gonna make different choices than we did. So who knows? Maybe you got a good
choose your own adventure.
That's right. So, Future Fresh, let's start the gameplay footage in 3, 2, 1. So here we go. Got so I can hear a voice like this.
Present day.
Yeah. So it's a roadside diner. I do want to say the graphics in this game look really, really good. I mean, there's a couple actors that Mary recognized from their computer animation, which is really incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely feels like you're there.
Mm-hmm. Certain points in times, the faces can look a little cartoony, but I mean that's just computer graphics.
And I can't imagine how big they had to make the game, especially with it being choose your own adventure.
Thanks for pulling
Yeah.
over. Sure. Something wrong? We got a problem up ahead. A big accident. We've had to close the road. Right.
Mary
Diverting
didn't
all
see
traffic
the
to
accent, so
the
she's kind of wondering if this cop is in on it. And you're going through the town.
It seemed awfully quiet on the road ahead of them. You would have seen lights from other police cars.
Did you not patronize me?
Keep it down, please.
Small town. Ooh. Good.
Stop it, James. You know what? When you don't take the things I say seriously.
Come on.
Is that the same
I just
girl?
had a rough day today.
I don't
Can you
know.
believe they are at each other again? I can.
You're drunk. What a surprise.
I just caught the game with the guys, honey. That's it.
That's not it.
Me and Mary have the same fight all the time.
Some of us may be losing our jobs. The fact
And
is,
see, I
I've been saying
don't.
that for years. I'm
It
more
didn't
worried
say
about
anything. I
Megan.
didn't
wrong
see
with
where
Megan?
it showed
She looks
the
okay
time
to
and
me.
Everything
place.
looks okay after 10 beers.
But this is definitely not the
Don't
same
you get
time.
how tough
you're
this
not
is
the
for
only
me?
tell
one
based
feels
on their
pressure.
clothing.
The factory situation is serious, Anne. Real serious.
Yeah.
Not right now.
And he's got a record collection. So I would assume it's
There,
70s.
January 16th, but it doesn't
Daniel's
say like what year.
She always is these days.
No.
And so that
here's
kid
where
right
you can
there.
choose your dialogue. It can be indifferent or
At
terse,
least one of us is out having a good
or
time.
just say nothing. And this will impact each of the characters' relationships. It seems to be if you pick the one on the left, the relationship increases. Pick the one on the right,
Not
the
now,
relationship
sis, I'm busy.
decreases.
So this is not only a choose your own adventure, but it is a character building
Right.
development.
Relationship building.
Yeah.
Hey, quit acting crazy.
Uh-oh.
Jeez.
Jesus. You
And this
scared
game
me,
is pretty
sweetheart.
dark.
I heard you talking about me.
Not now, Megan.
At least
To have a bath in peace.
in tone
Take
and
a break
in
from this madhouse
visuals.
for a while.
Mhm.
So that's a matchbook, matchbook that you can pick up. This is where you can control the characters, kind of walk around. There's a lot of quick time events and that choose your dialogue and then picking up and examining things, which is pretty cool.
For clues.
Yeah, clues and a little bit of direction. Here goes one of those quick time events. I think I messed this up. You gotta go to the heartbeat.
Right back to Brian Wilson. He pulls in the slot by Green on a big play. Out comes Buxton. Here's the lead pass. Edison in alone. He tries and Robert saves.
Fucking messed it up.
Yeah, but see, I hit it there and I wasn't supposed to.
Okay.
When it switched from A to Y, I thought maybe that meant to hit it.
Sister,
And
Mama's real worried about her.
so I'm gonna get yelled at by Dad.
So that's the kid
It's
right
okay.
there that I recognize.
Tanya's
He
checking
is
on her
in the
right now.
movie We
You
Are
wanna
the
try raising a
Millers.
family like
Very
this?
funny movie.
The devil
I'm not
himself
seeing
would struggle with
He's
you.
been in some other stuff too, but
Yeah.
that was the first thing I recognized him from. He played the voice of Sid in Toy Story.
So here's, where you get to pick up and look at stuff. We're talking about the New England Witch Trials, Little Hope Museum, $7.99. It's pretty expensive for this.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Hey, Tanya. You up there? How's Megan doing?
Don't know, haven't seen her yet.
Keep it down, will ya? Trying to sleep here.
Now you've done it, Sleeping Beauty waits.
Forget him. Find Megan.
Relax, I'm on it. Anthony, I'm getting really pissed off.
Here's where it really kicks in.
Uh-oh.
This is I just decided to leave this whole
You
scene
could be right
in.
about my family.
I just thought it was really fun.
I think so too.
Who is she talking to?
See the
Tanya.
hand?
What's going on?
That little brat locked me out. It's fucking freezing.
I'll let you back
This is
in.
why
Go easy
little
on
girls
Megan.
shouldn't have dolls right here.
Hold on.
Let's get them all away from the beast.
That house, I don't know, maybe materials
Megan!
that houses are made of.
You in there?
I think it's also powered by evil. So,
Okay.
because this house goes
Kitchen's
up
on
pretty
fire.
darn quick.
Are you
It does.
fucking serious?
Megan?
Like, could any decision that you have made up to this point stop this?
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I mean, mainly you're just choosing dialogue. There was that one QuickTime event that I failed. So I don't know if the
hell is
prologue
everybody?
will change at all. It might though.
It's terrible.
Anthony! Hey! Up here!
What the fuck are you doing up there?
I got trapped in the attic.
Get to the balcony!
Anthony, help!
And if you're that drunk,
Yeah.
you don't notice. Surrounded by flames. Someone turns my heat off, I'll wake up. Or if it turns my fan off.
Yeah. She looks like Carrie back there.
Yeah.
Now!
And this is the very start of the game. This game throws you right into the deep end, seeing some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
We did want to point out that this is a 2-player cooperative game as well. Couch co-op, so we will definitely play this game again.
See, I told you should have helped Megan.
Yeah, well, that little girl seemed evil, so I was
Right,
fine
but
with
you
her.
gotta
burning.
save her so she lets you live.
What should I do?
See, I don't know if, maybe if I chose the other one, maybe this is different.
Get to the drain pipe and climb down!
You know, that balcony is a little too high. I think she could have jumped. Maybe you break your foot. But you can hang down lower with your arms where her feet are and get an extra, she's probably, what, 5'6"?
Oh my god.
Oh!
And his reaction is just
Yeah.
so realistic too, you know, like
He told her what to do.
yeah. It's sometimes, I mean, it's like watching a movie too.
Yeah.
That's it. It's over. Dead.
What about this guy?
I think he's a neighbor. I don't know. Oh, because of those stupid matches.
What have you done?
I love how at the very end the guy's like, "What have you done?" Hey, man.
Does it look like I could have had the ability to kill
That
all
would
of
have been
those
a
people?
huge fire for one little pack of matches. But so yeah, that's Little Hope. I thought the graphics looked amazing.
It's
The
very
sound
dark.
looks amazing. Some of the dialogue is a little generic, but I think you get that in every video game.
And though it is character building, they do have there's some presets on those characters where it's like the older sister was Tanya. She's bound to be a little more stubborn and
then,
rough.
yeah, Megan is perhaps talking to some sort of evil spirit, so she's gonna have, her own thing. The dad is obviously a drunk and doesn't really care about his family, which I get. But this game, well, I guess. So we talked about the graphics look good. I thought the sound looked really good. The story is super interesting so far, and you kind of get to craft it, your own way. Like
You're telling your own ghost story, which is really cool.
right, and then it's like as soon as I finish it, I'm gonna want to do it again.
To see what
pick other choices
Yeah.
and just see what happens.
I mean, and honestly, with how many different times it has you make a decision, there's really infinite possibilities, it seems.
Right.
Like. So
yeah, right now we're trying to pick certain relationships to be really strong, and then other relationships to be kind of combative, and just kind of see, maybe having a combative relationship, they'll go other way, or they'll separate ways, and only one of them will die. And maybe having a super close relationship, they both go, and then they both die. Who knows? I mean, the possibilities are literally endless.
so the story after that picks up at the bus crash.
Right.
And then you play the characters from the bus crash.
Right.
So and you alternate, and so I imagine that playing with 2 players, and you would be playing 2 of the characters.
Right.
At that point.
Yeah, we've only played, you know, it's opening week, so we've only played 1 player so far. It's not much of a traditional video game, though. It is more of a interactive movie.
Yeah.
So if you want, you know, fast-paced action, this is not it. This is a slow game.
Very slow.
I don't think, you know, you can hold the trigger and briskly walk. I have not seen a run. You kind of just look at stuff.
But
and
there are
interact with
scary things
people.
that pop out.
Yes, very scary stuff. So we put all of our games into 1 of 3 categories. Play means it hits the console as often as possible. Display, that means you leave it on the shelf and bring it out when the mood strikes. And stay away, that means you leave it at the store for someone else to get. And for us, this game is a play. We actually didn't discuss that. Normally we discuss that beforehand, so I was I was like, I think she really liked it. I think this being 2-player cooperative ghost story,
Yeah.
I think that for us, we love horror.
And it has a lot of replayability. It doesn't
Right.
seem like it because you're like, oh, this is just one story. But it really does have a lot of replayability because there are so many different paths that you can take when it's choose your own adventure.
Right. Now, I don't know how many different, like, main decision points there are. Like, if you say, you know, I don't really feel like helping you, or, yeah, I'll help you later. Like, does that completely change the story, or is it just, like, small little tweaks?
Yeah.
Like, there's only, you know, 15 paths, and which way you're going kind of depends on your choices. You end up over here, or you kind of end up over here. Actually, I couldn't imagine the game, if you did everything exactly the same but changed one piece of dialogue, you'd get a totally completely different ending.
Right.
I couldn't imagine there's that many different endings. But I don't know how many endings there are, and me being a little bit of a completionist and loving ghost stories and loving alternate history, I want to find out those different paths and kind of see, you know, how they interact. But this game's great. Super happy we got it. We
Really
actually
looking
got the
forward to it.
first one
Yeah.
that we just discovered we got. That's in our pickups video, coming out soon. So now I'm even more excited. We got it on 360. I'm even more excited to try out that one as well, just because this one was so great. So go pick it out, check it out. If you guys have played it, I know Linda, aka the Gamer Girl, had a playthrough. I popped in to say hey and show some love, but then I had to leave because I didn't want to spoil myself on a game I just bought. So if you want to check out a bigger playthrough, check out Linda, aka the Gamer Girl's video. I'll put that link in the description. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, guys.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey, Pumpkin,
Yeah.
you haven't seen any little girl witches running around, have you?
God, I hope not. They're pretty creepy sometimes how it gets dark so early now.
Label out for the sponsorship. Alright, a little more energy.